Now this is going to be an interesting one. A creator that I have been very against for quite some time and have called out numerous times is actually getting called out by the broader internet for once. This is a guy who has had immense amounts of influence. I mean, God, look at this dude's channel. Try to ignore how sloppy and garbage his content is for just a moment, and just look at those view counts. This is a man who is reaching people. This is a man who is convincing people and shaping their worldview. And he uploads a lot of complete slop content. One thing you'll notice is that if his thumbnails aren't AI, there's something else that is worse. He has faked a lot of thumbnails. I mean, it looks like AI, I'm not gonna lie. It really does look like he's using AI. It should go without saying, good God, his thumbnails are such fucking clickbait trash, man. I don't know what brand of thumbnail this is, but whatever it is, I hate it. I hate it. Like, he did a video about the MAID program inside the country that kills disabled people. Literally every Canadian right now. Like, all you need to see is that this is how they depict the MAID program, and you're like, okay, yeah, this is a slop channel. I investigated George Floyd's murder, literally convicted for murder. The person who killed him, by the way. Literally convicted of murder. But okay. Anyway, though, this guy uploads some seriously horrible slop. It is very clear what kind of agenda he's trying to push, but he's definitely making a whole lot of slop dollars on top of that. So why is he in drama right now? Why is the internet finally calling out this guy a trillion views later? Well, apparently Tyler Oliveira decided to tap into a growing popular right-wing talking point as of late, or I guess meme, cultural point, that being Indian hate. Hate for Indian people is reaching record numbers online these days. Like, it's getting extreme. I would argue that insofar as racial groups the right likes to target, it is slowly starting to focus on Indians as the group that conservatives are focusing their ire towards, and they've got a lot of nasty things to say about Indian people. A lot of nasty things. It's very disgusting stuff. As much as I would like to go over a million different examples of what I'm talking about here, I think what will probably kind of hit this home most is the new video by Internet Versus on this topic. I thought we'd take a look at it, because Internet Versus dropped a video called Internet versus India's Hoop Throwing Festival, Tyler Oliveira. And this video, I don't know if it's still up. Like, when I look on his channel, I'm not seeing the video still up on YouTube, so it's very possible that he took it down due to controversy. But this blew up, apparently. So let's find out what's going on here. What happened? Apparently we can't watch the original video anymore. I didn't see it on YouTube. So what happened to it? Did he take it down due to pressure? Did something? I don't know what happened. Let's find out.
Weeks ago, YouTuber Tyler Oliveira got in backlash after posting a teaser for his upcoming video where he goes to a Indian village and records a cow poop throwing festival. In response to this,
when I saw this clip and I saw the racist posts, the first thing I thought of was, do Americans think that we're like superior to that? Have they never watched literally anything to do with the American South? If you grew up in the American South, you spend most of your day wading through horse and cow shit. Whether you be going to like a rodeo, where you're watching a guy try to stay on top of a bull before getting thrown face first into a pile of mud and cow shit. You got mud wrestling and mudding events here in America, where it's literally just a bunch of like rednecks wearing barely any clothes, driving ATVs in the mud, and getting ringworm. You know, it's like, come on. Do we think we're any better than this? Because I'll tell you, in the American South, we'd be doing an event like this. If our culture just went, if we worshipped cows, we would be doing that shit in the American South. We would be doing this.
Many members of Indian communities were outraged, like people posting on Indian subreddits talking about Tyler's framing, saying that it's unfair. Tyler also posted about getting a mass reported on his Twitter account, with all of his posts getting marked for sensitive.
My videos capturing India's poop throwing festivals are already getting mass reported. Poop emoji. So yeah, you can really tell he's definitely leaning into that whole, like, we're here to spread hate vibe.
Contents, and receiving multiple threatening DMs. There's a lot to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the Internet versus India's Poop Throwing Festival. It starts when Tyler posted this video on his page with the caption, "Inside India's Poop Throwing Festival."
This reminds me of my chat. I'm sinking. He's throwing shit. This really is like the Indian version of like the redneck mudding events, isn't it? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? They're doing a parody of it in GTA 6. You see it in the trailer. Who knows about Redneck Mud Park? So for those that think that they're above this, I just want to remind you what we do here in this country, okay? Because let's be real. Racists that hate Indians love to call Indians street shitters. They love to say shit like just disgusting, like they say Indians live in filth, all that kind of stuff. We've seen the racist memes. But keep in mind, this is what we white, redneck, conservative Americans call fun. For those of you guys who are unaware, let me just show you what our culture is, alright? If there's nothing wrong with this, if there's nothing, like, if this is fine, if rolling around and getting all muddy and disgusting, getting ringworm, and getting fucked up by mosquitoes and twerking your ass covered in mud is fine, like, how is this all that different? You know there's crap in this mud, too. Tons of animals come here to shit in the mud, for sure. There's porta potties. Like, everybody's, like, walking around barefoot in the mud. No one's wearing pretty much any clothes. It's all, like, bikinis and shit. Here, we're not even seeing the mud wrestling here. Like, people, like, actively get into the mud and start, like, trying to knock each other over and stuff. People are eating. There's no... Have you seen a single sink? Have you seen a single sink where someone could wash their hands here? And yet there is a lot of food being served. There is a lot of food being served. I've never heard of the mud event. This is just Florida's biggest redneck mud park. Mud parks are really popular all through the American South. Mudding is a very popular pastime in the American South. Get, like, just shirtless, no shoes, just wearing shorts, fucking around on an ATV, getting covered in mud. Big American pastime. And you know there's shit in it, too. You know it's gonna be like, if you live on a farm especially, or in a rural area, you know there's so much shit in that mud. Even this mud, you know there's so much piss and shit in that mud. Look how much better we are than the Indians doing that festival, apparently. This is our culture. This is our culture. Also, that scene in the GTA 6 trailer was not an exaggeration. The lady with, like, the stars and bars bikini in the mud, you know, that's what they were parodying. And this event is what they were parodying in that scene. But, yeah, a lot of Americans, they like to pretend like we are somehow, like, above this. Like, seeing this, it's like, wow, actually, this is not that different from the kind of shit we get up to in the American South, come to think of it. Like, on its surface, if you just look at this as, like, things that people far away from a different culture that are different from us are doing, it's easy to see it as, like, super different and weird and gross and whatnot. But then you realize, we've got a lot of shit like this in America. And we don't even think for a second about how gross it might be seen as to other people, or how weird it's seen as to other people outside of America, because we grew up with it, and it's just one of those things, you know? It's just one of those things. This is probably seen much the same way. Like, you don't think much about the people who like to go mudding at the redneck mud park in the American South, and I don't think many people in India think much about this event. It's probably seen a lot the same way. Like, the types of people who would go to the mud park, like in that video I showed you, are the same types of people in India who would go to an event like this. Probably people who are super into that, like, God made dirt and dirt don't hurt, I'm a conservative, big old tough guy, traditional. Like, that's probably the kind of people that go to an event like this.
Hey, they're gonna kill me! I will tell you, they're gonna kill me! Spare me! Spare me!
He's acting like he's in danger.
Don't kill me! Spare me! They're sparing me! They're pacifists! Oh, so much shit! So much shit! We keep pushing! We keep pushing! I want untouched! I am the one who shits! Oh my goodness!
He's so fucking cringe. I like to imagine that this is not an event that happens in India, and they just did this when they found out that Tyler Oliveira was visiting, to have an excuse to just dump cow shit all over him. I love that someone lobbed one right at his cheek. That goes hard.
Keep rolling! I'm sinking!
Man, I kind of want to do, like, videos like this, but I'm in, like, low-income white areas of America. Like, I want to, like, make, like, weirdly racially charged videos about how, like, low-income white people in the American South are, like, inferior because they don't have, like, money and their, like, culture is seen as backwards. I should do that, like just Tyler Oliveira videos, but over, like, hyping how insane the American South is, and, like, racially charging it like he does and everything. I feel like it'd be very funny. Dude, everyone's cheering for him.
I gotta get out of here.
He follows up saying, this video
Why did he go there? Like, he went to the event to get content, but then he acts like he wants to leave. Like, the way that this is framed, it's as if if you are not someone who wants to be a part of this event, then you would be, like, trapped in it. But he specifically went there, is holding out a camera, so that everybody, like, acting like he's trying to take selfies, so everyone is crowding around him, because he's holding a fucking selfie stick in the air, like this. And so, when you're in a big crowd of people, and you're holding a selfie stick like this, the crowd typically expects to, like, huddle in on the guy with the selfie stick, because they're taking video and photo. It's like, kind of what he was implying all those people should do, was mob up on him, because he's holding out the selfie stick. Like, look at all these people, wow! Of course people mobbed up around him. That's how you react when someone in a crowd is holding up a selfie stick and taking video of the whole crowd. Get up close.
So is nothing compared to everything we captured. Stay tuned. Savitri replies, good. You focus on creating AI poop videos while Indians file patents, distinguish themselves in academia, open cutting-edge startups, and become multimillionaires. And Tyler replies, this is 100% real. I can't wait to show you a 30-minute version of it. And Savitri says, go for it, man. Use up all your fast hours on generating more AI slop to console yourself.
His thumbnails are AI slop, but the videos themselves are obviously not made with AI. I mean, the AI, I'm one to notice when something's made with AI. That was not an AI video, but his thumbnails do seem to be made with AI.
Raffi replies to the clip by saying, homie got headshotted with a 15-pound turd ball.
Dude, they're ripping it apart in the replies. Holy shit. I guess this is the one benefit to this situation, is that Indians are not going to take this disgusting rhetoric lying down. There are a lot of Indian people out there, and they don't much appreciate this shit. And so, if you want to make some post on social media shitting on Indian people, well, guess what? There are 1 billion Indians out there, and they're coming for your ass.
And Tyler replies, I thought they would spare me, bro. Narendra replies, dung is not poop. And a community note is added saying dung is animal feces. Vedapalli replies to Tyler by saying,
well, for those that don't know, the obvious implication of the poop-throwing event is supposed to imply that that's like a sea of human feces and not cow shit. Most people understand that, like, the shit of cows and horses is significantly safer than the feces of animals like pigs and humans. Anyone who's worked on a farm, anyone who has existed around ranches and farms or grew up in the South knows this. When handling human feces or pig feces, you need to wear a mask. And you need to wear, like, eye protection. Like, you have to wear, like rubber boots, like big rubber boots. And you have to wear, like, overalls and stuff. Like, pig shit, when you're dealing with pig shit, it is, like, a toxic evil. It's an evil. It's pure evil. Like, pig shit is made of evil. Human shit is made of evil. And so is chicken shit. Yeah, chicken shit is also extremely toxic. You have to wear a respirator while you're cleaning it. On the other hand, cow and horse shit, because they mostly, the way they eat, the fact that cows are ruminants, what they eat, their shit doesn't smell bad for starters. Like, a cow takes a shit or a horse takes a shit, and 5 minutes later you can go just rake it out. You know, I've worked jobs on farms and stuff. Like, you just rake it out. Just rake it out. It's not that hard. It doesn't smell bad. You don't even smell anything. If anything, it would smell like grass, probably. Like, to be clear, I'm not saying you should be wallowing around in horse shit or something, but, like, the poop-throwing festival framing of it was very much supposed to elicit a certain implication. Like, there's a certain perception people are supposed to get of that. That is not implied fully when you know it is some kind of bovine poop. Because a lot of people who've grown up in the American South are going to be like, I mean, cow shit's not nice, but it's not the grossest thing in the world. Not to mention, like, if you've grown up on a farm and you walk anywhere into the area where your horses are, and it's, like, cleaning day for them, like, you're going to be walking in a lot of horse shit. The main way you handle horse shit is you just rake it out. It's literally fertilizer, like, good fertilizer for grass growth and stuff. You just rake it out. Like, you don't want it to be in piles everywhere, so you just rake it into a fiber, and you just like rake it into the soil. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know, like I feel as though even a lot of Americans would be like, oh, it's just cow shit. Like I unironically I do. Like, ironically, this is not too different from the lifestyle of being in the American South. Mudding, having to clean up cow and horse shit all day if you've got land and you've got your you got animals on them. For reference, by the way, I had to live on a ranch for a time because when I was 16, lost my home to a hurricane. The only place we had to stay were with some coworkers and my stepdads, who were a couple that owned a large tract of land and a bunch of horses. And, you know, I was bored most days because we were living in the guest house and, you know, I'd lost, like, my computer and stuff. I didn't have video games to play. So all there was to do when I wasn't doing schoolwork was to walk outside and go over to the horse paddock. And if the horses had taken any shits or something, I would just start cleaning. I would just start cleaning for them. And, you know, they'd step out and be like, hey, I'm cleaning up the horse's paddock for you. I'd be like, thank you. Always made me feel like a good guest to do that. So I can tell you from experience, cleaning up horse shit, cleaning up cow shit, it's not as bad as pig shit, chicken shit, or God forbid human shit. And let's be clear, human shit is what is being implied with Tyler Oliveira here. If you know anything about the Indian racism online, you know it's human shit is what they want to imply is being thrown around here.
Why do you have to come to India and then record a video of a cow dung festival by going in the middle of the event and then cry like a loser? You shitty fellow. You can record poop in Western countries. Plenty on the streets of California. Human poop you can record in your countries. Make videos. And Tyler replies, I've filmed in many of these cities. Don't be mad, bro. And Vatapalli replies, have you filmed Wisconsin, USA Cow Chip Festival? I will make a YouTube video.
No.
Will you join me, Tyler? And
oh, man. Oh, yeah, I forgot about cow chips. See, like, to be very clear, like, especially when it comes to horse and cow shit, Americans are not as grossed out by this shit as you might think. Like, a lot of you suburbanites and city boys don't know that in the country, I mean, horse and cow shit is everywhere. It's just not that gross. You're, like, it is the least gross type of animal shit you have to deal with on a regular basis growing up in the American South.
Wisconsin, USA Cow Chip Festival? I will make a YouTube video. Will you join me, Tyler? And Jay Morrison replies, shit in India, shit in the USA. I can't put a finger on it, but what is the similarities? Right, the shit for brains Indians. Let me roll around and poo. Yeah, so warm and shitty.
There's the Indian racism that Tyler is trying to bring out. These are the people he is specifically making the video for and getting called out for making the video for.
Said no civilized person ever. And Vatapalli replies to these pictures of people throwing the frisbees, saying, you are licking it, Morrison. How cool it is for you. You bring a newborn and make her lick. You are amazing, man. Such a gift for a child directly from hospital. And Megan replies, bros comparing kids throwing shit discs to thousands of Indians bathing and worshipping the shits. Shit ridiculous.
Look how disgusting these Indians are. They're touching cow poop. Literally, we Americans have an event where we hurl discs of dried shit around and we like play around with giant discs of dried cow shit, and it's like, guys, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. And then you've got the other guy who acknowledges it's the same, but claims that it's Indians behind the American Cow Chip Festival. That's right, guys. Apparently these American Southern festivals that have so much to do with cow shit too, that's just... the Indians got us, guys. The Indians have invaded the American South and they've spread their culture, I guess.
This main. Kira won't miss quotes Tyler's video by saying, what the fuck do you mean this is not AI generated? And Suarez replies to this picture saying, first day in India. Over on r/.
Yep, this is what I've been talking about. This is the Indian hate shit I've been talking about. The stuff that they're trying to like distract from the right-wing civil war by finding a new like racial group to ferment hate against.
Critical Thinking India, Alfred Casey 100 posted Tyler's video with the caption, negative coverage of Gora Haba Festival as India's poop festival. An American YouTuber, Tyler Oliveira, had a negative experience at Karnataka's Gora Haba Festival where people throw cow dung on each other. Unfortunately, this event is being covered as India's poop festival. Here is my problem with this coverage. 1, it does not clarify that it is a cow dung, which leads many to believe it is human feces. Yep. 2, it is positioned as India's festival when it is happening in only one village.
I never even considered that. I never even considered that it was a very, 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 very local thing. Ironically, the events that I've been talking about as examples in America are widespread across the American South and are considered as much of a staying point of Southern culture as fairs and funnel cakes. It is being... Oh, yeah.
3. It is being covered as post-Diwali Hindu festival when it has nothing to do with Hinduism.
That makes sense. I would guess that this would probably be something like really, really nichely, traditional.
The government bans such senseless festivals because they only bring disrepute to the country and to Hinduism. And background U4778 replies, negative coverage of Gora Haba Festival as India's poop festival. I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't take a genius to deduce this is exactly what a poop festival would look like. And Human Market replies, OP meant to say it wasn't normal shit. It was actually bullshit. And Delicious Page says, damn.
Even the Redditors are doing the anti-Indian racism, man. And Reddit's a platform that's typically a lot more progressive. Like, usually you see a lot more reasonable people who aren't really right-wing on Reddit, but even the Reddit weirdos are on this shit.
Agitated Claim says, I'm a white Canadian and I don't think it being cow poop is much better than it being human poop.
Why is you being white or Canadian matter? I'm an American from the South, and I'll tell you it is definitely not as bad as human poop. Because you clearly never grew up around any kind of cows, pigs, chickens, or horses. I've been around many in my life, and I can tell you, I would run through an ocean of cow shit before I'd run through an ocean of human shit. 1,000,000 times over, I would run through the cow shit ocean before I'd run through the human shit ocean, and you would too. If you knew the difference, you would too.
And LP replies, I do agree with you, but in the Hindu religion, cow poop is given a better status than human poop. Some Hindu scriptures actually place higher spiritual importance to capturing the cow poop closer to the rectum of the cow than closer to the floor. And Watermelon Charlie replies, get help, dude.
Literally they're literally rolling like you're insane if you defend Indians for this. Like, literally, like, trying to act as though, oh my god, like, it is so bad. The Indian hate has gotten so bad.
Super Dream 69 says, India has a cow fetish. I say this as an Indian. The cow's body rejected the poop and urine for the same reason as your or my body does. But people of my country love it. They love it so much that they'll eat it, drink it, or bathe in it for the spiritual cleansing. Literal cow shit.
Well, we know for a fact that's not true anymore. Do we think Super Dream 69, no profile picture, is actually Indian? Or do we think they're just saying that?
If anything, the most beneficial thing from a cow one can extract is milk and meat. I, as a vegetarian, choose to only consume milk products, but sure, if you like meat, that's good too. But it makes me beyond ashamed seeing this poop and urine fetish. I wish education was a thing in my country. And Rishi PNG says, I can't believe the...
Yeah, I'm sure this guy's actually Indian.
Folks who blindly follow that you-know-which guy. It's insane. To make matters worse, the you-know-which company would sell cow urine and cow dung as some medical stuff. There is no difference between this cow urine and shit fetish and a 2-girl 1 cup. I'm sorry, but I had to say it.
You know what company? You know which guy. It's really interesting how none of these people seem to want to name this person. Like, God forbid if you Googled what they're talking about to fact check them, you might find out. Oh god, my throat is dry. Might find out their framing is not exactly accurate.
Science STR says, if you are a person with any connection to the outer world, you do know that cow dung had been and used in regular Indians' daily life since thousands of years back. Even today in villages we use the same. All the walls are covered with cow dung mixed with soil. Every day, at least once, the veranda is wiped and a mix of...
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that not, what's it called? Is it, there's a name for this type of, Watan Dab. What do you mean? It's one of the most useful resources for building out there. Believe it or not, there is not a lot of large, usable lumber present in India, in the same way that it's all over the place in the US and throughout much of the rest of the world. So the building style of India tends to center around that wattle and daub thing, not wood.
of cow dung is applied. Dried cow dung is used as fuel. It's the experience of thousands of years why people have belief on this even today, and easy science of a decade cannot replace that experience. I wish people researched a bit about stuff, why and how they came into existence before canceling it. And Oxford replies, horses too, but they are almost cancelled by motor vehicles and trains, except for very small niche. Make efforts to make this a small niche as well. And Cyan replies, please try to understand what tradition is. The comment claims it's stupidity and harmful to use cow dung. My comment was on that to provide some knowledge on the real uses of cow dung other than spiritual cleansing. Your reply is just a silly argument. According to your own logic, Dia is also a small niche now. Stop using Dia on Deepavali. There's machines for baking stuff. Stop using oven to reduce harmful smoke. Digital storage is available. Stop printing photographs to save physical resources, etc., etc. Everyone cannot afford to have a concrete building in this country. Some people even prefer to live in mud huts. Today, there are medicines for most of the common health issues, but that doesn't mean we stop taking natural remedies. I hope people will be more empathetic and respectful. Just because something is not there in a science book doesn't mean it's bad and harmful. Even scientists are more respectful than these people. But going back over to Twitter, Tyler posts this follow-up video with the caption, I survived India's poop.
I like how he smeared some red paint on himself, so it almost looks like he's been hit or like he's bleeding, when it's clearly just face paint.
Throwing festival.
Why'd he choose to go barefoot, by the way? What's the point of wearing the whole, like, head-to-toe suit if you're just gonna go barefoot? Like, that's the last thing I would want to do in his place, is go do this barefoot. That would be the part of me that is the most covered. Would be everything up to my, like, thighs, basically. I'd be wearing, like, wellies. Have Americans ever grown stuff in fertilizer? Well, we just pretend like we don't ever touch animal shit. We just like to pretend we're above this.
Now deleted Reddit post saying they're freaking out over on Reddit, and it's outrageous. A client 903 posting on the South Asian masculinity subreddit. India's PR got nuked. I'm not sure how to defend my country anymore. This guy actually went to that poop throwing festival in some remote village in South India and filmed the whole thing. He's planning to upload a 30-minute video of it on YouTube soon, and once that drops, we are finished. Why does the government even allow this disgusting festival to happen? Why hasn't it been banned already? It's crazy how one tiny village can tank India's image this bad. Honestly, I don't even feel like going online these days. It's just gonna get way worse.
Dude. Man, it's crazy to see people just being like, man, our entire country is about to get like the whole world's about to be shitting on our country like crazy because this one YouTuber is went to one extremely niche event in an extremely niche village, is going to frame it a certain way, and is going to foment so much hate for Indians that already exists, but like weaponize it in a way that is going to be, it's a hit piece on India is what it is. It's an upcoming hit piece on the country of India and on Indian people.
Yash Mishra replies to these pictures in the caption, why did you go to India when you could have stayed in the USA for a poop festival? And it's two posts, one saying a cow dung festival in America, talking about the Oklahoma cow chip, which we brought up earlier, and another post by HuffPost saying Europe's dung spitting festival. The Lady of the Lake festival begins as water rises from the lake, signaling the start of the celebration. The crowd watches closely as the dung spitting contests are about to begin. And Dan replies, so do you think poop is gross or—
Okay, the dung spitting, like that's grosser than like the Indian cow shit festival, okay? There's no universe in which like eating shit and spitting it is not grosser than walking through it or even getting hit by a ball of it, okay? And this is like, this is goat shit, man. Goat shit is up there in the vile category. It's not as bad as like cow shit, but it's not great.
Not. And Yash says, it's
pretty
just
gross.
as gross as a racist asshole like you. And Dan says, do you think Indians playing in cow shit who think cows are God and their shit is holy are gross? Me too. David says, never heard of these in my life, and anyone would rightly say these are fucking weird too. And Anupam replies, and I've never seen or heard of a cow dung throwing festival in India until I saw it here on Twitter. Tyler then tweets out this picture.
I imagine most Indians don't even know about this event. It's so niche. Like, Tyler had to really look to find this place.
with the caption, "My videos capturing India's poop throwing festivals are already getting mass reported." And it's the original tweet along with the video we just looked at and a 4chan post. Both of these tweets now having a sensitive content warning on it. But the 4chan post screenshots the Asian masculinity subreddit post that we saw earlier and then captions it, "This American man is about to destroy Indian's image with one YouTube video." And Anon replies, "Oh no." And another Anon says, "Will they banish him just like Bald Bankrupt?" And another Anon says, "They want him arrested." And finally an Indian Anon replies, "We Indians are waiting on our cyber group for him to drop the video. We will make sure it gets disappeared due to the amount of dislikes we are about to unleash." Tyler then tweets out, "When I traveled to India this time, I checked a luggage full of goldfish crackers and protein bars to avoid getting sick. In less than 24 hours, there will be countless Indians blaming me for getting salmonella on my last trip due to having a weak immune system, and not due to poor hygienic practices in their food supply chain."
So as much as this guy wants to shit talk Indians, I'm gonna have to interject with like some actual real traveling advice here. This is true of a lot of countries you'll go to that are not as developed as America. It's certainly not just an India thing. Something you want to do when you go there, especially if just the food you're going to be eating is different from what you usually eat, is you want to find local yogurt and eat it. Exactly. Eat the fucking yogurt, as Retard said. Every person who has traveled to developing countries and spent significant amounts of time there and travels for a living like this will tell you the first thing you do when you go to a country like India before you eat anything is you eat some probiotic yogurt from India. It needs to have the beneficial gut bacterias that are local to that environment present in the yogurt. That is how you get your gut to be able to handle the food in a place like if you go to India. It's how you'll be able to handle it. It's not that you have a weak immune system. It's not that the food is unsanitary. It's that you've traveled across the planet and are about to partake in food in an environment that is completely different from where you have lived your whole life. You know how when we brought like people from other countries to like Europe in the old days and they would get sick and die within a matter of weeks? That's not because Europe was dirty. It's because the bacteria and the food in Europe was so different that the immune systems and the gut biomes of the people that you brought over were not ready for it. Now when you travel to a very different place, you know there's going to be some adjustment. It's going to take some adjustment. And in the case of this, the first thing you do, go try some local yogurt. That's what's going to keep you from getting sick.
And Capital Investments replies, "Bro, 1.5 billion Indians survive on shit and their population is outpacing the world. You sound like a princess." Trashboat replies to Tyler by saying, "Did you pack bottled water as well?" And Tyler says, "Yes. Only 3 bottles made it through. The rest was confiscated." Sunil replies to Tyler by saying, "Who gave this piggy an Indian visa?" Vishwas says, "Maybe go with a better budget, lol. Poor ass." The New York Post also tweets about it with the caption, "YouTuber Tyler Oliveira branded racist, dragged through the muck after filming Indian village's messy poop throwing fight." And Toby Turner replies, "He ran through 50 billion Indians and they were having fun, and not one of them murdered. Is that not etiquette over there?"
Yeah, for those that don't know, Tobuscus is very right-wing these days. Very, very right-wing.
Yes, Top Gal says he should be given a medal for surviving. Garbage Human says, "What an absolutely diabolical fucking country." Tyler Oliveira tweets out this screenshot with the caption, "I'm sorry, India." And it says, "A study found that Indians actually shower way more than people in the United States." And Rose replies, "If cow piss shower counts, then yes, I agree."
For those who do not know what the sentiment in Pakistan tends to be around
When
India.
I will grow up, I will be army and save Pakistan and destroy India. Strong army. What?
I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. I think there might be Might be some motivation behind some of the folks that are backing this shit.
And Pilselefa replies to him by saying Pakistan is a shithole. Lakshman quote tweets Tyler's post about Indians showering and screenshots of his DMs and captions them by saying, "Meanwhile, your women in our DMs." And his messages are from multiple accounts like Anna Ashley saying hello, Molly saying, "Hey, do I know you? You for real turned up on the feed."
Wait. Meanwhile, your women in our DMs. I don't want to throw a wrench into this guy's argument, but these are bots. When you're on like Twitter and you get an account from a thirst post, like a thirst trap PFP, I guess this one's not really, but these ones especially, like come on, you can't believe those are real women messaging you, right?
And by saying, "Meanwhile, your women in our DMs." And his messages are from multiple accounts like Anna Ashley saying hello, Molly saying, "Hey, do I know you? You for real turned up on the featured." Kara saying, "A Google app that can satisfy men's desires." And then an open DM by Yuki saying, "Real life dating with strange girls nearby." And then multiple other various DMs. Luxuriant Ether replies, "Buddy, those are just other Indian guys." And Lakshman replies, "Bots," attaching this tier list of countries: United States, Japan, India, United Kingdom, Indonesia, London.
Yeah, most bots are run out of the United States.
Lady says, "You've never had a real woman DM you in your life." And Lakshman replies, "Yes, please DM." Crickaholic says, "Rage bait." And Lakshman replies, "They think they are smart." Ruby replies to this comic of someone pissing themselves and a bunch of people around them
Okay, so it was rage bait. Makes sense.
laughing, and the person saying, "Ha, rent free." Edge and Gone says, "Whites don't understand sarcasm." And Lakshman says, "They think they are smartest ass." And Edge and Gone says, "They are just ass, bro." Matt Forney quotes,
Man, it's a full-on race war on Twitter these days. Good God. Twitter's just a non-stop race war, I guess.
Post by saying, "Holy shit, Indians are so stupid they think the corn bots messaging them are real women. Is it possible for an entire race to fail the mirror test?"
Wow. Like, it is a race war. Holy fucking shit, dude. Like, when I tell you guys the Indian racism stuff is, like, really bad, I mean, like, racists will be really open about their beliefs, but rarely do you see them, like, I've seen racist posts about black people like this, but most white supremacists aren't even this open about how they feel about American POC. Because it's, like, an entirely different country, the amount of hate is just so open and so mask off.
Tyler quote tweets Lakshman by saying, "These women are literally bots." Tyler then tweets out this individually saying, "Mainstream news versus man with camera," attaching two pictures of the festival, the first one saying wholesome and the second one having an iPhone recording it saying racist. Shooter replies, "I'm so sorry for you," and attaches an image that says, "This article is from Jan 23, 2019. Famous YouTuber Tyler Oliveira mother joined OnlyFans, is now uploading videos on Cornhub." Tyler then
Wait, is that
screenshots
real?
another user, Hurricane Houdini, posting the same picture, captioning it by saying, "India is sorry for you." And
That's a really funny way to respond to this shit. Just making fake articles about his mom joining OnlyFans, that is really fucking funny. That is really fucking funny, dude. Holy shit. I have to know how the comments replied to this. India hosts annual poop throwing festival. Yeah, India just does that. Like, the whole country of India does it, not a single village. YouTuber films it. Indians. Rah. Do you not... Yeah, a lot of the comments are... Wow. Wow. The comments on this Internet Versus video are... Holy shit. We got the do not redeem. They always say that's racist, but they never say that's not true. It's interesting how they love going after mothers and sisters with SA threats. It's their old faithful. Talking about Indians. Imagine defending shit throwing, saying it's out of context. You're literally throwing shit at each other. There's no framing. Dung is not poop. Continues to show image saying dung is animal feces, so it is poop. Holy shit, people are so dumb. There's no funnier group online than full-time Indian copers. According to Google, it's a religious festival to wish for good health. I'm not joking. We got more racism. The Ganges River literally has 150 times the danger level of fecal matter in it. It's not just a small rural area, it's the entire country. Like, do they not understand the concept of, like, needing money to pay for waste disposal? Like, have they seen, like, did they not watch Mr. Beast's Team C's project about how, like, so much of the world has absolutely no waste disposal? The only place you can put your garbage is in the river. The only place you can put your waste is in the river. There's nowhere else for it to go. And it's on a riverbank, which means the lowest point is where the river is, because that's where water goes. So when you put things down and wind or rain come by, it tends to wash them down to the lowest point. So inevitably, the Ganges River is full of shit and pollution because there's no waste disposal. They turn everything into a demeasuring contest. Every time you make fun of them, they bring up tech CEOs. Literally, my dad owns Microsoft tier response. Indiana gets so bitter plus racist anytime something like this happens. Indians are the ones getting racist. Trying to say it is AI is just ridiculous, and then they start immediately attacking white people. People calling it AI is insane. It's been happening for decades now, and it was gross then and gross now. I think Indians actually get mad because they think, because people say they stink. I like how the issue isn't that India has a cow pat throwing festival, it's that people might mistake it for humans. Excellent work debunking racism, Reddit. I mean, it was the Redditors that were doing the racism. You misrepresented our poo throwing festival by showing our poo throwing festival. That dude showing his DMs for a bunch of bots and scams, Lamau. Don't like something, call it AI. Don't want something to be true, call it AI. Don't want to save face, call it AI. It's so over. Indian. Eats poop, also Indian, but an American stepped in dog shit in 1872. Yeah, that's exactly what the argument was there. Not that Americans also like to roll around in shit and then in some cases eat and spit it out. Yeah, it was totally just... an American walked in dog shit once in 1842, guys. That's the argument that they were making there. We watched the video, and that's what they just kept saying, for sure. Very funny stuff. Very, very funny stuff. Anyway, yeah, the anti-Indian hate stuff is real. I've been telling you guys about this for a while, and I've been wanting to do a segment about it for a while, but I haven't seen the most, opportune time to showcase just how, like, I felt if I was going to give you guys an intro into Indian hate, I needed to be able to showcase just how blatant and openly evil it is, and it shouldn't shock you, but I also wanted to make sure that if you guys saw this, you saw the worst example of it, so that you could realize where things are going, like how widespread the Indian hate is, because if it was just a few posts or just some video, it wouldn't be as effective to get across how bad it's gotten. This whole situation, though, and the unanimous responses to that video in the comments, go to show that, like, yeah, the left is definitely winning some points right now, but the racism is still very powerful. And targeted at certain races, particularly Indians, it is borderline the majority opinion. I'd probably say a majority of Americans hold opinions adjacent to what we saw in this video. The hate for Indians is immense. There's going to have to be a lot of like, fighting on this front. Too slow, Noct. Too slow. Anyway, if y'all enjoyed this video, if you found it entertaining, educational, or enjoyable in any way whatsoever, then please consider leaving a like and a comment down below. It really does help a lot. Every thumbs up, every comment means a ton. And of course, if you want to support the channel, make sure to subscribe, maybe donate or gift a sub, it's all good, regardless of what you choose. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.